All right. What's up, everybody? I hope you can hear me. It's a wonderful Thursday night, March 21st. And I swear, if you're on here, you're going to want to take some screenshots and see see what's going to happen. So, tonight we got the pleasure of a presenter. This isn't like your technical business overview. This is kind of dream big, dream where you can be because he's been here for years, but think about where you can be for years. So a little something pretty cool to think about is, I've been in this space for a while. I haven't, everybody's like, we want to find that unicorn. Well, we keep finding projects and they keep disappearing. Cryptocurrency, finding different programs that look amazing. Um, they're not SEC compliant. There's no legal teams. There's no company structure. Half the time they need your money to make money. So but I see the future in a company that is going to be able to make enough to basically provide for my kids so I can set up a life for them, because the world's crazy now and you want to have something to fall back on. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. I want to be a part of something that can maybe build something passive. At the same time, I want to work with a company and work with people that are know more than I do. And so when I came across this, my buddy Demetrius was like, man, I think I found something that is not going to keep us stressed out, that will be here for years to come. He's like, I'm not going to tell you anything about it. I'm going to send you two videos. He sent me what is a node and Connect explainer video. And I watched them and was like, wow, blockchain and nodes. I've been so scared to learn this because I don't understand it. And I watched it and I was like, it's really not that complicated. Now I don't even want to buy a token. I want to buy a node. You know what I mean? So I got on the phone with Billy Womack. And first he's like, check out Billy's Instagram. Check out this podcast of Billy. So I did. I'm watching. I'm like, yeah, let's see if this guy's real. He's probably just made up. And, come to find out, I even called some people. Do you know this guy? Yeah, I got him on speed dial. My buddy David said, he's like, that guy's a real deal. I just don't understand what he does. And I'm like, well, we obviously look at what he's doing. We need to figure it out. So from there, literally just was like, all right, Billy, what's going on? And he jumped on the phone with me. He gave me about 45 minutes of talking to me about what what is Connect United, what his experience has been. And he's like, hey, I never promoted this. I didn't share this with anybody. I went and bought 11 nodes. And with those 11 nodes, I turned it into $10 million. And I could say that on this because he did. And from there, he's made well more than that. And he's on pace to invest tens of millions of dollars back into this. He works with people that have put in over $60 million into this program. So it's phenomenal what he's done. He's been out in the field. He's been here longer than most of the CEOs of some of the brands that we've seen. He's direct to the top of the company, basically the owner, probably, right, Billy? And so and basically, Billy, I kind of want you to just go over some of the projects that you love. Please show your back office too, because that makes me dream. I went and bought two more grow nodes today after having the conversation with you. And I'll ask you to unmute. But it inspires me because watching those rewards from that grow come in every day, it's like the potential, what can happen, and seeing how that brand is just coming together. I mean, there's multiple different brands, there's new ones coming on board, but I, I'm following the guidance that he kind of was like, hey, grow, 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 grow. And I was like, all right, I'm going to stick to that one. Bought my win nodes, watching them go into my wallet. And so we have the pleasure of Billy Womack. Thank you so much for being on here. I'm going to make you co-host as well so you can dive in and share with us what's going on. But man, what's going on? Are you working? Are you getting any sleep?
Very little. I thank you guys for having me, number one. I live right here in sunny Las Vegas. I'm from Tampa, Florida. And my journey goes back 9 years into blockchain. So this is not my first rodeo. Matter of fact, 9 years ago, when I first got started, I got scammed in two different companies. And I said, I about threw in the towel. Thank goodness I didn't, because I was frustrated, just like sounds like a lot of you guys are or have been in the past. But I knew that blockchain was the future. Hold on one second. I got to grab a relay.
No, go ahead.
Didn't hit right. And so sorry about that. And so I knew blockchain was the future because a friend of mine said, Billy, if you truly want to know what emerging market is, then type in blockchain. And this is for every one of you guys on here. Do yourself a favor, just so you understand how real this is, how big this is. Do your homework. Here's your homework. Type in blockchain FedEx, blockchain Mercedes-Benz, blockchain AT&T, blockchain any major company you can imagine, blockchain federal government, blockchain anything. You're going to see they've been using blockchain for, I Googled it 8 years ago when I first got started. They're already all there. No one you know knows about blockchain, and every major corporation is already on the blockchain. That's called an emerging market. So that's where you want to be, is position yourself as fast as possible with a growing company. With a growing company, Brian, that reason I asked you that, because I had to show you this real quick because it's kind of funny. I know somebody that put in 15K and he made $10 million, and these guys are making posts on me on Facebook, but I've been the face of this company for 8 years, guys. So this is not some brand new company trying to get up and going. We've done close to $5 billion over the last 8 years. We've done over 2 billion transactions. We've done more NFTs than any other company in the world, literally in the world. And we're just getting started. So this is a really exciting platform that you guys will be here as long as you want to be here. There's nobody owns the company. That's what makes it great. It's decentralized. If you own a node, you have a voting right. That's what I love about this industry. If you do it the right way, that's the way it should be done. So anyway, when I got started 8 years ago, I Googled blockchain FedEx, blockchain Mercedes, and I typed in social media, who do you know in blockchain? And everybody's like, don't do it. It's a scam. They only use that for drug money, blah, 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 blah. And I had one guy said, I got a guy. I got somebody you need to meet. Just like Brian's telling you guys, I got a guy. You guys need to meet this guy. Well, that guy particularly, they told me he was worth 100 million. I say, put me on the phone with this guy right away. I need it. Kind of where I'm sitting now. You got to meet this guy. You got to find out what's going on. And they put me on the phone with this guy. 5 days later, I was in Reykjavik, Iceland, learning how to make Bitcoin. This is the machine I actually got in Iceland in 2016, in the 2016, and Bitcoin was at $200. And I said, man, if Bitcoin ever goes to 10 grand, we're going to be rich. And I mean, filthy rich. And we were making several Bitcoin a day at that point. And yeah, it's well past that, as we all know, and we did extremely well. I think my first 4 months, we were making over 100 grand a month doing that. I was flying around this guy's private jet, 13 countries in 13 months, learning blockchain, really learning, understanding the layer one aspect of things. And then about a year and a half later, he takes me to Utah, and we meet his mentor. At that time was worth over 400 million. And he said, listen, if you're looking for a home, we're getting ready to build our own layer one blockchain. We're looking for quality people, and we're going to build this thing to last. And I said, yeah, let's do this. I was living in Tampa, Florida at the time, and we started really kind of understanding the software side. The problem with hardware mining is these machines are outdated every 6 months. You have to have a lot of electricity, and you have to have a team of people that keep them online, and it's just a lot of overhead. And so he said, this new platform that we're going to design, it's all done in the software. It's all done in the cloud. You don't need electricity. You don't need anything. We supply the software where you purchase it. You can have a virtual server that will run these softwares. And that's what makes blockchain so special and so different is, look at Uber. Uber built a multi-billion-dollar company without owning cars. Look at Airbnb. They did the exact same thing with houses. We're doing the exact same thing. We're building billion-dollar brands, except for we're borrowing your computing power. That is the real technology, underlying technology behind this. This is not some scam, get rich quick overnight. We've been here for 8 years, so it's been a process to make the kind of money I've made. It's not going to happen for you overnight because it takes time to build real brands. And that's what we have to do, is build the brand. And then when we launch it into the marketplace, the community decides and dictates what value it really has. And that's why it's important that we always lead with utility, utility, utility. And so when I got started, he called me June of 2019. I said, hey, can you be in Vegas in 3 days? We're getting ready to launch our first blockchain with our software nodes, and obviously I want you to be here day one. I was already working with him way before that, for a year. But he goes, hey, we're finally ready to launch our first one. I'd already been in Utah part of the process, but he said we're finally ready to start selling the software. So I flew to Vegas. Now I live here, but I flew to Vegas. I met the co-founder of MySpace, the guys at ran Zynga, which did 9 billion the first couple of years before that. And they said, hey, we want to create the largest gaming platform on the blockchain. And we're going to name the company. Actually, we had a different name for it at first, but now it's called Gala Games. And so I started selling these software, or excuse me, I started buying some software nodes, and I didn't really understand it. So I tippy-toed into it, kind of like what some of you guys probably are doing now. Cause hey, listen, I want to make sure this is really what this guy's saying it is. And so this is my personal back office of Gala. Now we're the largest gaming platform in the world on the blockchain. The same guys that created Farmville, this is it. This is their blockchain side of what it is. We've got AAA rated games. I was never a gamer. I didn't want to really kind of invest in it. I was wanting to wait on the next blockchain, but I said, you know what? Let me throw a little bit of money at it and just kind of see what these nodes do and how well I do with it. It was our first one. So I bought 11 software nodes for 11 grand. So $1,000 per node. And what happened is I started getting distribution 7 days a week. They have a responsibility to do in the cloud. So as they do their responsibility, think of the nodes as workers. They're employees for you. They have a responsibility every single day. They get up, they verify transactions on the blockchain on your behalf. And because they do the work, we as node owners get distribution. We get paid for that. That's the easiest way to think about this. And so we protect, and our nodes are sharing computing power and can be a completely decentralized platform. If there's only, the biggest question I get from people is like, if you're making so much money, why would you want other people to jump in and do this with you? Why don't you guys just buy all the nodes? Well, then it's not a decentralized platform, is it? That means it's very centralized, and that's not what crypto and blockchain is all about. It's about decentralization. I want you guys to think when Bitcoin came out in 2009 and 10, they were mining 50,000 Bitcoin per day, a day. Some of these miners, the first pizza ever, the first transaction with Bitcoin was 50,000 Bitcoin, right? So, but if 5 people own all the Bitcoin, the value isn't out there. It's not decentralized. So same thing with our process here is we want to get as many of these rewards in as many hands as we can so we can all decentralize it. We can all share and everything. So this particular company, Gala, I bought the 11 nodes, and I'm just going to guys show you guys my real back office. This is so you guys know this is real. This is all on the blockchain. So you see 5 minutes ago, I just got a reward. So we're going to go to my withdrawals. And we're not going to stay long on Gala. I just want to show you a past so you guys see a track record, because that's really the first thing. And this is years ago, kind of, what my nodes were able to do on this first platform. We signed Snoop and Death Row, and we have a lot of artists on this particular blockchain that we did. But I want to go back. So this is 3. So let's go back right here. 2 years ago, when Gala started launching, and what happened was I got my nodes online, and every day I started getting distribution. It took 2 years, guys. This is not some get rich quick or anything else. There's 2 different sides of this business. The nodes, you can buy a software node. It'll create that digital reward. When it goes on to exchanges, yes, you can swap that out for monetary value at that point. But then we also have the marketing side where you can actually go market this and actually get paid to market this, and if people decide they want to buy nodes from you. I didn't do that for the first hell, I didn't do that till 60 days ago. And I've been here 8 years. I just didn't want to do that side of the business because I'm a business guy. I have people dropping 100,000 to 500,000 to $3 million per order on nodes. I was like, I don't need the responsibility of doing Zooms all the time. I just like to business, just to do belly to belly business. And I made a lot of money, millions of dollars doing that. Verifiable. So when the guy that created it, one of my best friends now, when we first started working together, I bought 11 software nodes from Gala and I made 10.2 million bucks at that point. He bought 9,000, he made billions. So, there was a big difference. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. All right. He who owns the most nodes get the most distribution. As that blockchain project grows and gets bigger, the whole point is we want the communities out there to find value in what we do. We can't tell you what a project's going to go to. You'll never hear me say that. I'm not going to tell you can get rich. I'm not going to tell you anybody, including me, will get rich. That's not what we do. We tell you that we build blockchain communities and we try to spread the word so we can all kind of share in the distribution and we can all find a lot of utility. And the more we use it, the more value the community decides it's worth, the more value it becomes. So very, very important you guys understand that part of it. This is not one of those things you jump in and you're going to be rich the next day, nor do we teach that or educate. You're buying a software. This is not an investment either. You're buying a software. That software has the responsibility every single day. When it does its job, you get a distribution 7 days a week, as long as it's online and it does what it does, and it will do what it does. So right here, you'll see 2 years ago, I started when I watched Gala go from 3 cents, 10 cents. Oh, by the way, when it only hits 1 penny, I've already 10x my money at a penny. Then I watch it go to 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 84 cents. I'm like, holy yeah, what? I was sitting on $10.2 million liquid in my account. And here's where I'll show you guys here in a second. And I was like, I don't come from money. I worked really hard. I've owned nightclubs, sports marketing companies, energy companies. I was an entrepreneur. I've done a lot of businesses, and the most I ever made in a year was like 800 grand. That was it. So I don't come from money, but I've worked really hard. Some years I thought I should be worth a couple million bucks, but I never had $1 million liquid in my account ever in my life until this platform. And so when that project hit there, I was like, oh, I told my mom, I was like, what am I going to do? I said, I've always wanted a Bentley. I really want a Bentley, but I'm scared to go get it because I don't want to go broke again because it don't come from money. She goes, listen, you got enough money for 36 Bentleys cash. If you don't go get it now, when are you going to get it? And I'm like, so I'll show you guys. So I went out and of course I got my brand new Bentley. So a lot of people see that on my Instagram and stuff. And that's not to flaunt it. That's to just tell people dreams can come true if you work hard and you partner up with the right programs and teams and platform and business models and so on and so forth. So what I did was right here, you'll see, I started pulling some money out. So, whoa, let me go ahead and pull some out just in case. And so at like 67 cents, I pulled out a lot of these. And you'll see here 2 years ago, 100,000, 100,000, 100,000, 2 million, 1 million. And that went on and on, da, 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 da. So I was like, all right, this is crazy. So at that point, a lot of my friends started seeing me have the Bentley and everything else. They're like, dude, what are you doing? Like you're driving a Mercedes in Tampa, you moved to Vegas, now you're driving a $300,000 Bentley. Whatever you're doing, I want some of these software nodes. And it just kind of took off like that. And I just started showing people, listen, I can't make future promises of what any of these blockchains will do, but I can show you what we're doing. Well, let me just stop share real quick, guys, just so I can log in real quick. And then I said I can't make any promises, but I can tell you guys that we've got a great team and we've got a lot of money invested in on the backside where we build these brands. And so let me just log in. And so then I just started helping all my friends. My biggest accomplishment is not me making the 25, $30 million I've already made doing this. My biggest accomplishment is every single person in my family, my mother, 70s, my brothers, my nieces, my nephews, every single person, finally about 3 years ago, after seeing me flying around on private jets and live a life that only, crazy successful people are able to do, they're like, all right, we've got to change something in our legacy. Let's figure out what you're doing. I went home Thanksgiving 3 or 4 years ago, and we did a family decision. Everybody was going to buy some nodes. So about 8 months later, they all made like 400 or 500 grand off 15 or 20 grand because of these rewards. And they're like, holy cow. I said, now that's step one. If you really want to get to that next level, you've got to take about 80% of that and buy more nodes again. You've got to get up to that 15 to 50 mark of really set yourself up for where you're not worrying about things. And they all listened to me. Every one of them, my nieces that were 27, they all own at least 30 nodes or more now. And so they got up to that point. And here in the next, some of them just hit about 3 million in earnings a few weeks ago in my family. So that's my mother. That's my intimate family. So to me, this whole journey of doing what I've been doing is worth it now, because my family has now changed their trajectory of their whole life. And my mom's like, I try to put her on I try to give her a little allowance. I'm like, Mom, listen, you don't need to do any of this. I'll give you this allowance. She's like, no, I want my own money. I was like, how many should I buy? Like 10? I was like, Mom, like I just made 15 million with 11. That kind of money. My mother's the most frugal person on planet Earth. She'll drive halfway across town to save 20 cents on a coupon. I mean, she's just, she's that person. And I was like, you don't want to get that because you're going to make a lot. You're going to make a lot of money. And she was like, that's all right. I only need an extra 2 grand a month, and the rest can go to the Lord and, to the church and everything else. And I'm like, okay, Mom. All right. So, but it's cool that even my niece is now making the kind of money they're making. It's just good to have family along for the ride and seeing how they can learn and stuff like that. So what happened? Oh, let me log back in here. Or I just logged in, I think. Yeah, here we are. So now, instead of owning 11 software nodes, I own close to 600. This particular account, because I've got one for my trust, but this one, I think I got right around 400 nodes in this one. And so I'll kind of log in and show you guys. This is not a presentation, by the way. This is just me. I just like, because you guys should have already seen a presentation before you got on. This is just me kind of showing you what your future could look like if you decided you wanted to do this. And I'm just kind of give you a snapshot of some of my nodes and what they've been able to do. The last couple of years, I've minted about 329 million. You can kind of see when, what that is at 10 cents, at 20 cents, 30 cents, blah, blah, blah. This is kind of keeps up with that. On the Switch network, which is one of the blockchains, I wear this t-shirt, Switch, which is Kathy Roberts, who was the CEO of Discover Card, Discover Bank. Kathy and I was here, by the way, Brian, I was here before all of the CEOs. So every CEO you guys will meet, I was here before them. Other than Brant, and Brant owns now Elevate, but he was the only one here before me because he was the lead developer on all of this, and now he has his own CEO. But all the other CEOs, I was here before every single one of them. Grow, which is our 4th largest agricultural farming blockchain in the United States. I've got over 100 of those nodes right now cranking out. I'll get into that in a minute. Element, which is one of my most favorite blockchains. I've got over 121 of those. Those nodes are about 7,000 each. These are about 9,000 each. These are 4,000 each. So you kind of see that I've reinvested my own money. I'm not one of these guys, gurus out there that tries to get you to sign up for his coaching program and he makes zero of doing what he's showing you to do. I'm just the opposite. I make 99.9% of my money with my nodes, and then I go teach people normally for free. I do have a mastermind and stuff like that people pay me a lot of money, but I also have clients that put in a lot of money with me, upwards $500,000 to $5 million. So, I like those clients because I get to sit down and really educate them and walk them through everything. But if you look at maybe Grow right here, I have 100 of these nodes right now. We just went online January the 5th. And they're cranking out about 290,000 rewards per day for me, which is, if you divide that by 100, that's 2,900 rewards per node per day for you. And if you get 5, times it by 5. Now, understanding the tokenomics of this will not stay like this. So what I mean by that is every year we have 50 billion tokens on most of our platforms, our brands. So what that means is year one, 50% of that goes out in distribution to whoever's nodes are online. Year two, half of that. Year three, half of that, half of that, half of that. Bitcoin has a halving event every 4 years. We have a halving event once a year. Excuse me. So what that means is we reward the early adapters. If you come in early on a project, you're getting your nodes at the best possible price because they only go up in value because you got started with us early. That means your distribution is going to be higher than someone that comes in 6 months from now and a year from now. So just like any business, if you were an investor in Google or Amazon or Facebook and they were trying to go public or trying to go live, if you came in day one before they ever went on the exchange, of course you're going to get better a setup for your return and everything by doing that, if that makes sense. So this is kind of the Grow blockchain. Here's your distribution. Element was one of my favorite ones. Let's just log into that one real quick. Let me just do this real quick and I'll show you this. This will let you dream a little bit. I'm just gonna show you this real quick, guys.
So is like you told me, grab some Grow.
Yeah, Grow is great because it's your best bang for your buck because the distribution just started January 5th. So you're getting at the very beginning of distribution. And that's the most important thing is getting as close to started on that particular blockchain as you can the day the distribution started. Now, I love all of our all of our blockchains, but you also have to be cognizant about when they started distribution. Switch is one of my favorite, but you've already missed 3 years of distribution on Switch. So Element has so much utility. They have so many gold mines under contract. They have the 43 one-on-ones done. There's so much utility on this particular blockchain. It's going to be a massive, massive project, and I am stoked beyond. So I went really heavy on nodes here. I have about 185 total, 121 in this particular account. But if you look at how many I have in my wallet, I've got over 180 million. So if that does what Gala did, or even half as well as Gala did, you guys can do the math at 40 cents. What's 180 million times 40 cents? It's not a bad summer. That's just on one blockchain. But I can't say it's gonna, maybe it only goes to a penny, but it doesn't matter what it goes to because I didn't pay for any of these rewards. That's what I need you guys to start understanding. We don't pay for tokens. We don't issue tokens. The nodes create them because that node has a responsibility every day. As long as my nodes are online, which is right here, 121 to 121, obviously I had to pay money just like everybody else. Nobody owns this blockchain. We have a CEO that runs the brand, but nobody owns this blockchain. We all have a voting right. If you have 10 nodes, you have 10 voting rights. If you have 121 nodes, you have 121 voting rights. So this is what's great about having a decentralized platform. So, and then you just accumulate them. And then obviously when it hits exchanges and stuff like that, then, it's a celebration for all of us. We all win together. We all win as a group. In the community, we have a group of community leaders that actually get them on exchanges. The brands do not do that. The SEC looks for things like that. And we do not promote or do that within the brands. So that's that side of the business. I'll pause real quick and show you 60 days ago, February the 1st is when I started doing the referral side, because for 7 years I didn't, and 7.5 years I didn't. I just sold nodes. I didn't have anybody that wanted to work it. I didn't pitch it as that because I'm a business guy. I didn't want to bother my friends. I didn't want to go out and do the affiliate side. And finally, the guy that created this whole platform said, Billy, you're looking at it all wrong. You have helped everybody in your circle. Everyone you know owns nodes. Your family owns nodes. But just imagine if one layer more down went and did that, the ripple effect you'll have on so many millions of lives. It's like, I get it. All right. Stop. He said, stop making it about you and start making it about other people, the people you care about. So I was like, all right. And so I did. So I went out and started sharing this 60 days ago, February 1st. And so here's kind of what happened there. I'll kind of show you. The Win blockchain is set up completely different than all the other blockchains. It's set up in a way that if you go out and share and you kind of work that aspect and you educate and you help other people get started, you get more distribution. So I only had a few nodes and I was getting about 8,000 a day, no big deal. But then I started moving some of my bigger clients over here and I was like, all right, if you're interested, why don't you give me a referral too, and we'll work on this together. And that's kind of what happened. But my distribution jumped. I was like, what in the world? Why am I getting so many a day? He said, Billy, because you're sharing it. And what we have is AI technology that keeps track of everything that you're doing. So I was like, oh, crap. 15 days later, I jumped up to like 48,000 a day. 15 more days later, I was up to 130,000 a day of distribution in one day. And I got a 900,000 a day, 1.3 million a day. And I was like, this is insane. So, and this just came out on Pancake Swap the other day. So I made over 13 million rewards in 45 days at a nickel. It just came out. It means an additional $800,000 I made in the last 45 days sharing with people. So not on top of my regular commissions, which is right here, my actual commissions right here, I'll show you.
And about that Win node, Billy, what kind of node is that? And that one's the only one that.
Yeah, I just got paid today. 17,000 a day, $19,000 today.
Woo,
You
nice.
guys get so right here, just in the last, since February the 1st, they've paid me 91,000 here, and they paid me another 28,000 there. And I just got paid another 18,000 today, which is right here. So let's just go request, and that'll move it over to the back side. And I'll say, Max, give me everything. They charge you $20 to move it over. No problem. Boom. Boom. And then that 17,000, they'll move over to my wallet, which is great. But let me show you guys here. What today's date is the 21st. So look here. These are all sales that are going in today. You'll start seeing them 100. But let's go back to the 21st. All these commissions, none of these commissions have been paid out. So this get paid out on the 28th. All of these 300, 300, 300, 200, 200, 200, 200, 300, da da da. Keep going. None of these commissions have been paid into my wallet right now. So the second these all hit, it's about $200,000 I made in 2.5 months. Well, it'll be 10 days from now. Well, the second you make one sale, here's the 14th, you get paid on the 24th. $100. All these on the 25th, da 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 da, all in one day. All in one day. The sale was on the 15th. On the 25th, all of these will be released. Just like today, I made 19,000, 20,000 today. So let's go back just to the 21st. Today's the 21st, right? All right, here we go. So all of these, the $18,000, 19,000 I just got paid today, are all of these. So those were sales from 3/11, and they just got paid out today. So all of these are all just paid today. So it's $19,000 worth. All of these, none of these have been paid out. So tomorrow, all of these hit. So see all these pages, guys? Those haven't even hit my wallet yet. So it pays, geez, I got a few more dollars coming through. So, and I don't say that to impress you. I just show you that, it's kind of cool. Like, and I'll turn around and use this money right here that I just moved over. This is 5 days worth right here. Plus the 19,000 I just moved over. So I'll use this 85,000 right now, and I'll go buy some more nodes. And I just load up because I don't really need the money, but I just take this and I keep buying more nodes, more nodes, more nodes. So that way it's compounding on these new projects. So anyway, I want to pause there and kind of just kick it over to Brian. And Brian, if you want to ask some things or you want to have them ask some questions, because this is not a presentation, guys. That's not what this was. You guys should have already seen a presentation. This is just me sharing because I've been here for 8 years. Yes, my numbers are really large because every time I make a check, I just buy more nodes. Yes, I can cash that out right now. And yes, I'm building a $6 million house. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see paying cash for it through this. My builder the other day, I just pulled out another 400 grand as my payment because I'm paying cash for the house, and I'll send him 400 grand, and then I'll put the rest back into nodes and do whatever I need to. But this is all money that you can pull out 10 days after your sell. You pull out, it goes right in your wallet. You own the keys to this wallet. Nobody can get in here. Nobody can freeze this. It's you have the 12-word seed phrase. I can move this out any second to any exchange I want and cash out. So, but I want to go ahead and pause there and see. And if you guys are just getting involved, what I recommend you to do is hit this button called share. Go through all of these videos, learn about our projects. They do a great job explaining some of this stuff. Calvin, our medical element, what these things do, our nonprofit, grow, the agricultural side. There's so much really cool stuff that we're doing. And guys, this is only this right here. These are the 5 we're pushing out right now. And here's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockchains by this summer that we pushed out. We've got another 10 blockchains behind this that we've been building out for 2 years. 2 years. These are things that take tens of millions of dollars to build these real companies, and they've been in the process for over 2 years. Imagine buying a software node. It does its job. You get a digital reward, and you can go to any 5-star hotel that's listed on our site and pay for that 5-star hotel with digital rewards. Travel the world. We're building that out. We have an accounting blockchain. We have a legal blockchain. We have a auto blockchain. Imagine instead of Uber paying for your Uber everywhere you go, you can you can buy our auto, I forget what blockchain it's called, the name of the blockchain, buy a node, it creates that digital reward. And now every lifter, instead of you using Lyft or Uber, you can use our own ride share, but you can use your digital rewards. You're not paying that. Or if you're a driver, every time someone gets in, you're earning digital rewards for driving. We have that blockchain where our whole motto is set blockchain with a purpose. We're setting all these industries free where you can earn digital rewards by your behavior, by you participating. So that's kind of what we are. And we're the largest in the world doing what we're doing. Brian, I'm going to kick it over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, so guys, that is kind of a lot to take in, obviously, but you can see he's pretty bullish on the grow and the element, from what Billy was saying. So kind of talk about the Win Smart node, what the Win Smart node is. It says 2000, but we can get it cheaper, right?
So the Win blockchain is our marketing arm for all of our brands. So if you plan on referring people or building a commissional type base off of that, which I didn't do for years and years, and now I'm kicking myself in the butt because I should have over 100 million of these rewards because I just didn't do it, and I just didn't take advantage of it. So 100% of money that when you buy a node, 100% of this money that comes in goes back out to the comp plan. They don't keep any of that. It's really to feed that. That's why it's only a 1-year contract on this particular node. So 100% of that money goes right back into compensating people for sharing this side of the business. All these other nodes are lifetime contracts. This is the only one because it's the referral base that 100% that goes back into the comp plan. It gets split out and put out there. But this one's really, really exciting because as you mine these rewards right here, and they have value, you can use these rewards, which I have like 14 million, close to 14 million of them, at a nickel, 700 grand. And then I can take that 700 grand and buy any of these nodes. That's why you want to have these nodes online every day. As they add value, you can actually take that and buy nodes from any of these platforms. So it's the gift that keeps giving. You go out and build the business. Even if you don't build the business and you have some of these nodes, you're going to get distribution on there, and you can use those rewards to buy these nodes. You can't use any of these other ones to buy nodes, but you can use these rewards off of this one to buy nodes on any of these other platforms. So it's very, very powerful. I had a guy that just dropped 125,000 with me the other day, and he bought 40 of these things. He goes, bro, why am I buying nodes? Let me buy 40 of these. And then I will go out and use those rewards to reinvest on these newer projects. But if you guys hit this button right here, once you hit one, you'll see this light up right here. As long as you've already set up your wallet, a lot of people just sign up for the account and you don't set up your wallet. You have to set up your wallet first, which is going to give you a encrypted password and a 12-word seed phrase. Brian can go into all that. I don't want to get too deep in that, but make sure you put that somewhere safe. And then right here, it'll tell you, you get your first 5 Win nodes right here. You might as well take advantage of all of it. We don't know how long that'll be lasting. Get all 5. So apply. Or if you just want one, whatever. I can get $7,500 off. Get these while you can, and then get you're getting 5 for $2,500. get them online, let them do their job, let them do what they do, and enjoy that. That's great. But the Win blockchain is amazing. I love it because it's our marketing arm for all of our other brands.
And so that's the ones that expire. And when they
That's the one
expire,
I tell people, look, right here, I've got 14 million of these. And we just came out on Pancake Swap the other day for 5 cents. So let me see. I got 14 million, times that by a nickel, which they just came out at. That's $700,000. You think I'd mind paying another 10 grand next year and getting renewing these and getting 700 grand again? No.
I don't think so.
So it makes sense. Or if it goes down to a penny, then I made, okay, 100,000. Still, yeah, it pays for itself usually by doing that. Usually I can't make future earnings or predictions. So FYI.
Another thing, and I know it says USDT, that's the ERC20 to fund and buy nodes with. Can you also use a credit card?
Right here. So USDT, USDC, and whenever you want to use some of your Win distribution, you can just pay and Win or a credit card. Boom. Now you can right now, because we just set up our Switch Pay, which is our banking application. You can only do $10,000 per swipe, 9,900. And then, but you can do swipe after swipe after swipe, but it's just multiple swipes until the bank allows us to have a track record and get that increased.
Right. So
But you can't use American Express right now. At first we were, I put like another 50,000 worth of nodes on my American Express so I could get the point. But right now it's only Visa, MasterCard. Eventually you get American Express.
I hear you there. So yeah, Charles, when it expires, you just buy it again. You don't lose your funds, your money.
Exactly. So yeah, right here, when this year is up, great thing. You don't lose your rewards, and they don't automatically hit your credit card or anything like that. The one-time purchase at the end of your first year, it'll send you an email. Your nodes expire in 30 days. If you want to continue, great. If you don't, great. You know, there's no pressure or anything else. But if you built a team and you're getting these like little compensation and overrides off your team, if you do not re-up and you don't buy at least one, you do lose that whole network underneath you. So,
and when they come back around, maybe there's a promo to get them for 500 again, but they are 2,000 normally. So we don't know what you're going to be able to get them for a year later.
but it's still the cheapest one on all of these, so it doesn't really matter. By that point, if you're not happy with them, then something went really wrong.
Right. So grab those while they're there. And another questions. What other questions? Credit card. Yep, under 10K. The comp plan. I'm gonna drop a link for a comp plan overview, business overview, which is
Yeah, I'm
in.
not going over that. There's too many, that's not what this is. That, yeah, have them look through that and they can kind of go through that and learn that stuff. I will tell you, for those that are, because I know Brian comes from the affiliate side, and there's a lot of people that's done direct sales and stuff like that. I've done it. It wasn't my thing, but now I guess I'm kind of doing the affiliate side of this. But I can tell you some of the biggest direct sales guys in the world that you guys know of these major corporations are now coming over and joining forces us. We just had a direct sales company with over 100,000 reps merge in with us. So now we're going to have reps in 88 countries from them. I have another CEO of another direct sales company in crypto that's resigning in the next 2 weeks, who's bringing everybody over. He's already bought his nodes. He's already on board. And there's my buddy sponsored at least 10 of the biggest MLM guys in the world that have already signed on with us as well. So, I mean, it won't be long. If you sleep on this, everyone in your circle is going to be hitting you up, asking you, hey, have you heard of this? And you're going to be like, oh, I've been a part of that for 2 months. And you're like, well, why didn't you tell me? I just got signed up. And you're going to lose a lot of your potential people if you don't act. But you do you, you do you, creep and crawl if you want, but you might lose a lot of your people around you.
Right. And one thing too, Billy, I'll even share this part of the PDF just so maybe you can explain how reputable this company is. So this is our legal team. Can you tell us a little bit about the legal team we have behind us here?
Well, if you guys ever watch Fox News, you might recognize this guy. He was the Attorney General for the United States of America, and he's on Fox News all the time. He sits on our board. Head of litigation, he's on Fox a lot as well. Kat is our chief compliance officer. When you go through and you hit, when you go through the compliance training, you'll hear her and Daniel Payne. Daniel's been here from almost the start. I was here even before Daniel. I love Daniel. He is one of the wizards who took a chance on us and really learned what we did and loved it, absorbed it. And some of these other guys, I don't know some of these are fairly new, but we're building out our own legal blockchain. That's how certain we are that we have what we have. And we've got a lot of really cool features that are coming out on our legal blockchain as well. But this is Daniel's our lead attorney, and you're in very good hands when you have that kind of a group leading the way, making sure that we do everything by the books. Because most people don't even have a corporate staff. They won't show you who they are. When you have the guy that was the Attorney General for the United States, you know you're in good hands.
So if you guys have questions, drop them down in the chat and I'll read them to Billy. Sam, did you unmute?
I did unmute. Hi, Billy. Thank you. It was funny. I've been listening to other recordings, and I heard one of the first ones you did with Brian, and you said you got to feel like Oprah because you're like with your family and friends. You get a note. You get.
I do that often because living in Vegas, I love Vegas because everybody, and I live right on the strip right here, and everybody here is a hustler, bottle poppers, VIP hosts, and restaurant servers. And when I first moved out here 4.5 years ago, when I went out and I was eating out a lot, and my bills in restaurants are ridiculous because I usually take clients out, and these guys were dropping 50K with me, so I'd buy their dinners, and all these servers are like, what is it you do? You're always paying like all these ridiculous prices. I was like, well, we're the largest blockchain. Here's my elevator pitch. We're the largest blockchain development company in the world. We have over $1 billion in our infrastructure, and we build major brands. And I teach people how to buy a software, and that software has a responsibility every day to do in the cloud. And I teach people how to buy that software. And when it does its job every day, which it does, I get paid. I mean, who doesn't want to get paid every day? And they're like, what? I want to do that. And that was it. And they didn't really have a million questions. They're like, listen, we see the money you spend, and we know it's real money because you're in here spending it, and teach us how to do this. And now the guys that run the Palm casinos, a couple of these casinos here, they're my clients, and a couple other casinos, they run it. The guys that set up World Series Poker, the guys that run Catch, and all these restaurants, all these casino guys, and they all just started working with me. And now I've got hundreds of clients here in Vegas, and I just teach people exactly what I do, and I just pop on. But yeah, it was kind of funny because I just said every single person in my circle, I mean, every single person owns a software node.
That's nice.
I love it. I want to be in your circle. So, okay. So I have two questions. Yep. I have two questions. The first one, I live here in Las Vegas also.
Oh, nice.
I'd love for you to, if possible, maybe you can think about it and answer me later. You don't have to answer me now, but to talk to my husband, because no way is he listening to me. He's already watched me do other things in the crypto space. And he wants nothing to do with network marketing, although I'm the one who runs my mouth, and he's seen good things come of that. But we just,
you got him, right?
We just retired. He just sold his business. He retired. And I know we don't use that ending investment word, but I would really love for him to understand why I think this is so important for our portfolio. Because at this point, yeah, all those rug pulls took all my fun crypto money. And now I need his cash to go in big with some other nodes. Anyways, so I'm just going to put that in the back of your mind. My question about the nodes, is there any kind of cutoff? I don't even know if this is a thing. I'm just going to say the word so that the nodes don't get saturated.
Yes.
Like they only have so many.
That's a great question. So to answer your question, with every brand that we build, there's 100,000 nodes per brand on most cases. There's one or two exceptions. Like Nerd has 500,000, but the distribution is a quarter of that. So 99% of the brands, we have 100,000 nodes, and we have 50 billion rewards on every platform, pretty much all of them. So which means and the cost they cut off at, or they max out at $25,000 per node. So as we get out there and we're selling them, a big portion of that goes to corporate, like 20,000 per brand, so they can use those rewards and those nodes to actually give out to their other there are other co-ops that they bring in, because what we do is we go out just like a regular major corporation. What do? When they have revenue that come in, they go acquire these other companies that grow them, just like Amazon and just like Google and all these major billion-dollar brands. What do? When they get revenue, they go out and acquire smaller companies and bring them in, and they just really build into one of the strongest. We're no different. We go out there, agricultural. We've linked up with farmers. We've linked up with cannabis growers, potatoes growers, and we're doing a co-op just like Element and our gold and precious metals. We have, I don't know how many gold mines that we've partnered up with, but we give them nodes in exchange for giving us part of their gold mines. But now they get to participate on the blockchain with our digital rewards. So we use these nodes as leverage to major corporations to do partnerships with us. So yes, to answer your question, there's usually 100,000 nodes. And if we ever do more, it has to be up to us and go through the node governance to all vote on it. So your vote is the same as my vote. But if you have 5 nodes, you have 5 votes. If I have 150 nodes, I have 150 votes. But we all have to collectively agree as a group that we want more nodes on that particular one. And if we don't, then the answer is no.
Right.
Okay, and then just one more, Brian, if you don't mind. When you talk about the win nodes, and you say that's the part where the compensation's handled. And I understand you said it's just been recently on Pancake Swap. So these nodes or excuse me, yeah, the nodes, I guess. Even people who aren't doing the marketing side, they could be buying it just because they see value that, hey,
100%.
growing.
So,
Okay.
so the node, you buying a node has zero to do with us doing the affiliate side. Me buying my Gala nodes, I never referred one person. Matter of fact, I sold some nodes early on, but not for a couple years. And I still made over 10 million bucks without putting one single person on the affiliate side. So your nodes have zero to do with you building the business. So you can still feel safe knowing, all right, if I buy the nodes, they're going to do their job. And me building the business will only amplify things on that side of things.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Good question, Sam. I think James had a question, but it's kind of similar to what Sam just asked. He says, when do you think oversaturation will happen with more nodes approving limited transactions on each of the blockchain coins, especially if the tokens don't become popular?
Well, at the token, it's not about the token becoming popular. It's a brand. And when you're building real brands, just like a Google or Amazon or anything else, the more utility you create, the more value it creates. So the brand will never push a token. They'll never push anything on that side because we run parallel, as I've explained a couple other recordings. So as far as saturation, there's only 50 billion. I mean, it's not like a lot. When you're talking worldwide domination of everything, like Gala, case in point, there's no saturation on it. You know, the corporations, they use that for all their AAA rating people. You know, there's a lot of corporations that it really just kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Decentralizes the whole platform. So there's only gonna be 50 billion tokens on each platform. So we've never had an issue with saturation.
Like it. I don't see any more questions coming in. So honestly,
Well, good. We got 6 minutes to go before my next Zoom. So,
right.
but I will tell you guys this: we can't ever make future promises. We just hope that these are going to serve the public. That's what we do. You know, everything in life proceed with caution. So I don't make any income claims. I can verifiably, and corporate knows and legal knows and compliance knows verifiably I've made millions and millions and millions of dollars doing this. So that's why I've always been the face, because I was one of the first people started 8 years ago. And of course, I showed you my back office and me pulling that out on the blockchain. Otherwise, I wouldn't have the money to go do the toys I do on Instagram and everything else. But it's not even about me anymore, because, you know, I thought I was going to feel really weird and different and excited that something was going to change when I became a multi-millionaire. You wake up and you're like, wow, I don't have any debt anymore. I don't have any bills and I got plenty of money. And then I wanted to go here, but none of my friends could get off work. None of them could afford certain things. And I was like, well, this sucks. And then it set in. Being rich by yourself really kind of sucks unless you help other people. And that's when I really kind of jumped in and said, you know what? everybody, because a lot of people, when they make a lot of money, these wealthy people, they just go sit on the beach or they take their family and they don't teach other people. And I think it's very selfish because God gave me an opportunity really to change some lives. And that's what I've been doing for the last many years, is going out helping people, but I've never really built that side of the business. But now I see the power in it. And now having, I don't know how many people, 50 plus people, 60 people on this Zoom. Now I can help a lot of people in Zooms like this instead of, I was just on one the other day with 200 people on the Zoom. And I had this builder that built 30,000 people that just came on board with us as well. And he's like, man, I've never seen anything like this. And he goes, I put at least 30,000 people in my last company, and it was a rug pull. And I said, but he goes, we didn't have a non-custodial wallet like you guys have. We didn't have this. We didn't have utility. We didn't have all the things. He goes, I've watched you for years before I sit up here and called you and contacted you. So it's really exciting to see people that now we have some of the biggest, literally biggest CEOs in the world now that have called us to partner up with us. And you don't get guys like that unless you are able to show them a lot of how you're set up and structured with our legal team.
Sally's got her hand raised. Sally's, what's up, Sally? How you doing?
Hey, I'm raising my hand like everyone else.
Okay.
Billy, first and foremost, congratulations. I mean,
Oh.
honestly, brilliant move. Node goals, what Brian and I call node goals. And I mean, it's obvious to me that it's your work ethic has really got you here. I mean, you don't have to be on this Zoom right now. You live in Vegas. You could be at Cirque du Soleil or anywhere else for that matter. So we appreciate your time so much. And I'm on your Instagram, and I like the color of your Bentley too. That's amazing. But
It's a beautiful view every night.
There you
oh
go.
man, it's amazing. It's wonderful.
Until my
And-
house is done in 60 days. And then I still have that view. It's just from the bedroom.
Oh, that's awesome. That's congratulations. But we just appreciate it, and your time is so valuable, and we'll definitely get our numbers up here as we go. It's only been a week and a half, and Brian and I are going to stay on for everybody that has questions, and we've got some marketing stuff to show everyone too. We know that you have to go, and love for you to stay on and see what we have for our team as well. And
Now,
we have a Telegram, but
I will share this real quick for you guys. Now, let me give you a positive side for you guys. They're just, yeah, this is cool. I'm excited. But what's that next level? Let me just tell you, now that we've really started pushing out the affiliate side, I was just in let's just say the core team, we've owned hundreds of millions of dollars of real estate now all over the place. And so we were just up in Utah. We were based out of right outside of Lehigh, Sundance Resort. And we go up there for our masterminds, and we've been going up there for 8 years on our masterminds, and we have a lot of cabins up there and everything else. But one of the things now that we're going to start doing is we're going to start having these quarterly events to go all over the place. So we're doing a mastermind right now in Hawaii, the 10th through the 15th of April. And the way that we qualified for that particular one is if you had 2 legs of business, which is 2 people you personally sponsored, and you did it, and you can go as wide as possible. That's always what I recommend. But you can't just have one person that put in $250,000, stroke a check, and you're qualified. You need at least 2 separate people that put in at least 125,000 or maybe 5,000, 10,000, 25, didn't matter. As long as it came from 2 different sets, you qualified to go to Hawaii, all expense paid. First class tickets. I think they gave us $1,500 for flights each, plus a guest, 5-star hotel for 5 days in Hawaii. Get to meet all the CEOs. You get to hang up and meet everyone that created this. It's been here from day one, like me and all the other builders, all the CEOs. Festivals, there's just a ton of stuff they got laid out for us. We just did a cruise this summer back in June. On the largest cruise ship in the world. We took 250 of us out on that cruise. So we're always doing events for those that really get in and build a business behind this. We're going to be doing a lot of other really cool stuff, some events here in Vegas, I know. But if you really got serious about this, say, listen, I want to help a lot of people. There's going to be opportunities, but now is the time to really start building this out. I'll give you guys a little tip that nobody knows about. I don't know if they've mentioned this, but in the next 60 days, you guys are going to see a lot of changes in the back office. You're going to see a lot of additional stuff that you've never seen. All of these blockchains, another reason you should own nodes, not only do you get voting rights, not only do you get distribution 7 days a week, but you're also going to get airdrops of free NFTs. When I had my Gala nodes, I got over $150,000 in free NFTs dropped for free just because I ran my nodes. Each one of these blockchains will have something similar. I can't go into too much detail about that, but that you can trade, you can sell, you can use as utility in these platforms. Same thing we did over at Gala, but I'm just giving you a little sprinkle of salt of what's coming, which is really, really exciting. And the more nodes you get, the more NFTs you get, right? So that's another little perk to it, but you're going to have a lot of really cool stuff that's coming up. We just got, I don't know if it was this Zoom or the last Zoom I was just on. We just had a $10 billion company that just got offered to get bought by Google and I think Microsoft. They turned them down, and now they're looking at doing a partnership with us because all they wanted to do was shelf their technology. They didn't want to put it out there when they wanted to buy them because it's competition for them. But now it looks like they're going to merge their company with us, and that we've got some really, really cool stuff that we're going to be rolling out by the end of the summer. So we've got some of the biggest companies in the world now knocking on our door after seeing the way we're set up. We're just starting with what we're doing. You guys, you've only missed Gala, which launched 4 years ago. We've got 5 launching in the next 45, 60 days. But after that, we've got 10 more. We got 10 more that we've been building out for the last 2 years. You guys never even heard of. So you guys are still at the very, very beginning. So I would just tell you, dig in, get serious about it if you want, tippy toe if you want. But those that really want to get to that next level and go to our events and meet every one of these CEOs in person, hear the insight that's really going to happen before anybody else. These events that we're hosting, that's where you get the really nitty gritty. And you come back, you won't be able to sleep for 2 weeks when you really get to these events and meet all the people like me that's been here from day one. I'm just one small piece of this. I am not. There's probably, now there's a lot of us, but when we started, there was 15 of us that started really kind of digging in and building this out. And now I think we've got close to 30 million people on our platform. We've done 2 billion in transactions, meaning 2 billion transactions, over 5 billion in revenue. And we're just getting started. So it's really exciting. I'm glad to have you guys. I'm glad to have Brian, your leader. He's super focused on you guys, which is awesome. But we're not going anywhere, and we're excited to see you guys at the next event. So
thank you so much for your time. I know you got to go. I'm going to stick on and try to answer what questions I can answer. I'm going to schedule some more Zoom with Billy for next upcoming week to kind of do the same thing. There is a business overview at 10 o'clock tonight. So be on that to get more of a PDF overview. But thanks, Billy. I'm gonna leave this recording.
Get them on John's too. I sent you John's. John does a great job. John was here on our first launch as well. If you want to, I'll text that to you if you don't have it. John does 2 a day on Tuesday and Thursday. He's got international teams as well. John he does a full presentation, keeps it really quick, very simple. He does that twice a week on Tuesday and Thursday. And then that kind of gives you a good overview. This is not, I don't like to do overviews. It's just not my thing. Everybody's got their thing. I like to get in and show you what the possibilities are by just kind of showing you that, outlining that. John doesn't do that on the overview. He just wants to educate on that side. And I kind of fill in the blanks, which could be. And then, we just kind of partner up on things like that.
I know. I don't know, Brenda, if he has time, but you have your hand raised.
Real quick, because I got a call, but real quick.
Okay, thanks for the call. I wanted to ask, for those who want to buy the 5 nodes as a bundle, 2,500,
Yes, ma'am.
do you have to buy them all one time, or?
Yes, I would buy them all, because every day you're missing distribution, every single day. You don't want to tippy toe into that. Grab them, get them online immediately, so you start getting distribution right away.
Yeah. And I
Okay,
can go into that too, Brenda.
I was just asking because I have someone who wanted it, but they on a credit card, they have 2,000 on one card and another 2,000 on another. So I was okay.
Yeah. So they can do 2,000 on one transaction, do another transaction. Yeah.
No problem. Thank you, Billy. I'm gonna share my screen now and kind of
Thank you.
kind of go in, like, here's the back office, but here's one thing too, guys. You
Thanks,
got,
Billy.
I'm gonna jump. Thanks,
Billy.
guys.
Billy, take care.
You guys.
Here's one thing that's pretty impressive that doesn't get talked about too much. Say you don't even have 500, right? And you see the power in this company. You can join for free. You can join for free, personally sell 5 windows to either one person or 5 people or 2 people by, you know, a little bit here and there. Just sell 5 of them, and then you will receive 1 win node. It's basically like getting $500. So if I bought 1 win node and I signed up Sally and she bought 5, I would make, you know, well, yeah, I guess I would make $100 of that, basically 20%. So it's kind of cool becoming a block bot. So you know, I mean, I spent 500 and then I get back $100 by selling 5, or you sell 5, don't buy anything yet, and you get 1 win node. And support is so helpful. So tonight they'll go over like this overview, this PDF. This is in your marketing materials in the back. And there's so much stuff back there. So on the site, say you did want to just get started with 1 win node, that's fine. I went with 5. You just click 1, you come over down, you apply that 1, and then you just go through the process. Check out. You can use debit card, credit card, USDT, ERC20, Ethereum network. You know, you just sign here, sign there, you know, write your name. Hopefully you write better than me. Melody, she writes great. I saw her. And then from here, you just choose. That's the USDT ERC20. That's USDC. That's your win. If you wanted to buy it and win, if I click that, it takes that much win. And it's going down like every day. I'm noticing. I'm just clicking around all the time. If I choose credit card, debit card, same thing, then I would choose right here, you know, click the credit card right here, because they got to do a little swap. There is a fee with that, be aware. USDT, you know, when you're sending that, the Ethereum network from your wallet, you want to have a little bit of extra Ethereum with that. You just choose external wallet. So that's how to buy it. And then from there, you're going to go and like upload your node, set your node up and host it to Block Fabric. Get in our Telegram group, get with the person that invited you, or myself, or your team leader. I don't know if you're even on my team, but we're here to help you guys understand and learn this. So in jumping in, like Billy was saying, just go to share, watch these videos, you know, and anytime you want to share something with somebody, you're like, man, I really like this Connect video, or I resonated with Grow. You know, my buddy Shane lives right by where they're at in Washington. So you would just click the share button right here, copy that link, send it to them. They watch the video, sign up right there from that video. All these links are embedded right to you. So I thought that was pretty cool. They have an academy. You do these academies. I completed my academy in 2 days. They're PDFs. There's 1 video on here, which is great. The future of finance. And you earn win tokens for these. So I just got started like 8 days ago. My block report on this one, I'm doing like Billy, Oprah. I'm like, here, Sarah, here's 2 grows for you. So I'm going to sign up everybody in my family too. So in this account, I have 1 grow and 5 wins. And you can see if I click on the win, you can come down here and see that, you know, some have been distributed to my wallet. And you can see they're kind of steadily going up. I'm sharing it. In the time frame, I didn't even really look into this, because I looked and see 0, 0. I'm like, oh, I haven't made much money. I don't really know what I made. But when you click on the drop down, I've made 2,500 USDC from people buying with USDC. And then I've made 4,939 from people buying with either a debit card or USDT. And it still doesn't have, it'll be like 24 hours sometimes on some people's purchases. So people have bought, I think, 4 nodes today from me. So that'll probably pop up another maybe $1,000 or more. So the rewards are there. And when this goes, like Billy said, it'll go over to my wallet, or I can move it to my wallet, and then I can go buy more nodes from that wallet. You know, I set up a switch right here where it says switch pay. I set up a wallet there because they're going to have all our different brands inside of that. That's the lady that was the CEO of Discover that has the debit card that you can go and use. She's the head of that. And so I think that's cool that they have all their brands. So if you're getting Grow Nodes, you're getting Element, you're getting Hyper, you're getting, any of these Gala or Green or Smart, they go over there, you sell them to USDT. You can just put them right into your bank account, or you can keep them on that card and keep your crypto there, which that's what I do. I don't keep as little in my bank account as I possibly can. I always want all crypto, right? So with that, the back office isn't that complicated. You got a wallet, you got your nodes, you got your team, you got your block report, you got your Connect Pay. And when you do get started, you set up your account, you create your wallet, go to Connect Pay and do the compliance part. Watch the video, take the test. This company is the real deal. This isn't fund with Bitcoin, make 2%, hope it doesn't disappear, and withdraw with Bitcoin and get showed some kind of detailed trades that aren't real. I'm tired of that. I'm getting away from it, and I'm trying to get everybody away from it too, because I've lost money. Everybody I shared it with has lost money. And from finding a mentor like Billy, I'm like, we're here to make some money and help people find a home. So I found a home. I'm planting my flag here, and this is where I'm at. I want to be at all those events. I want to understand how the blockchain works. I want to meet all these CEOs. I want to do the presentations as well. So we have a great team. Sally, I think I made you co-host. She has some stuff to share as well. And if you guys, I see some questions, lots of questions. I'm just now seeing that. Right here, Dolores. Oh, nope, same link, Telegram. Yes, just dropping. Brian, get this video up. Hey, okay, yep. And we got some great overviews that we use as well. I'll put in the chat. But Sally, if you wanted to share your screen and show kind of what you made, and she made this for me, I thought it was really cool. And for those out there that want something maybe all in one spot, she's phenomenal at what she does.
Sure. Yeah, happy to. This is for people on Brian's team or my team. Let me just show my screen here. I'm a visual person, guys. That's what I do, marketing. I really ride on Brian's coattails for my technical stuff, even though I'm pretty technical. I've been doing this for 27 years. It's still, some of these nodes are a lot. So all you have to do to wrap your brain around it is just keep jumping on the Zooms. And obviously we see what the work ethic and the stick-to-itiveness that Billy has, how far it got him. And that is definitely plan A, B, and C for us. So we're just going to keep doing these Zooms and keep having Billy on as long as he'll be going live. And obviously Brian's great at recording and sharing. And I definitely can add this recording on our link trees, Brian. But you guys make sure you're in the group. I put the Telegram group in the chat there for everybody. Can everyone see my screen okay?
Yeah, we see Telegram.
Okay, CU Leaders Group chat. That is where you'll join. The link is in the chat. You can click on that and you just click add, and you can add somebody if they're your friend, or you click that link and then that's the link that you can share with people. But there's a lot of links to share here, and what I like to do is really streamline of what I do for marketing is streamline success basically is kind of what I call it. But if you get in this group, Brian and I are posting every day, and we just got a lot of information, but it's the best place to go to get the latest and the greatest. And of course, Zoom schedules and motivation, anything else that you need. Brian made this graphic. I'll redo it someday. No kidding. Just kidding,
Right.
Brian. But I
Oh,
made these graphics. Just go ahead. Were you going to say something?
no offense taken. I'm not a graphic.
I just made these graphics for us. This one skips, and he bought a domain, and then he just forwarded it right now to one of his share videos. So Brian showed you guys earlier in the back office, there's a place that says share right on your toolbar, and there's some videos, and we like the first three. So if you don't have a link tree yet, just forward your domain to one of the videos. I like the what is a node video. I think it's 3 or 4 minutes. And then this is just an attention, getter. You know, it's a conversation starter. It doesn't do the work for you, but it does get you some people to talk to, especially when they see the word node, because that's kind of a elusive word that a lot of us haven't always been privy to participate in nodes. First of all, they weren't really accessible. And you know, they're kind of hard to understand and hard to get to, and some of them are $10,000 to $100,000 or more. So now that they're accessible and we've got this great system, just good stuff. So this one's mine, No Doubt 24, like no doubt, get it? This is Brian's Go Node 44, and just a graphic to share. Now where that goes, Skip's right now, he doesn't have a link tree done. We're going to do his. Sam just got her graphic, or is getting her domain to get her graphic. Can go to a point, again, it can point to a video, but the best case scenario is to have it point to a link tree. Someone knows how to do a link tree or their own website, great. If not, if anybody in the group wants me to show them, kind of walk them through, I just figured it out on my own, but I can shorten that learning curve drastically for anyone who wants to Zoom 2 or 3 people a week. If they want, just let me or Brian know in the group. But I'm just going to show you guys real quick. Forgive all my stuff here, but what that looks like. And I think they turned out pretty cool. What is mine? Node Out 24. And I don't think you saw mine finished, Brian, but one domain, nodoubt24.com. Don't join that. That's mine for my people. But anybody on mine and Brian's team or under us, 100 levels deep, we can walk them through doing this. Make your life easy. Streamline that success. Get people the info they need all under one roof. Under one roof, meaning under one domain. Don't be, you know, having to send out all these links all the time. It's ridiculous. It's too much work. So for a half an hour's worth of work, you just have everything under one link. But these will edit and add as we go, as we get more videos and things like that. But the first 3 are the 3 videos I like in the back office. And and you click on them, people get this link, they click on it, and it opens up the video. These are the share videos in the back office. This one is 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Very cool. And if they go here, it takes them, click that, takes them right to sign up for free. Again, they can sign up for free right in your, right on your link and get their position. And then of course, get their wallet, get funded, etc. That's a little bit of a process, 10 to 15 minutes if you're funded. The next one, you know, it's 3 minute, 49 seconds. Then there's a 4 minute. Brian found this recorded overview. It's about an hour. We absolutely will, once we get one that we really like, I think today's was great. We'll add our own on there, you know, for our team. And then the PDF. The PDF is short, simple, to the point, helps you understand what's going on here. Gotta love that. Takes a minute for it to load, especially when you're on a Zoom. But the PDF is very helpful, clear, concise, streamlined, my favorite word. Then you can actually put your link down here as well. I put my contact info, and that's it. And again, we can add more stuff. We can add a testimonial video. We can do anything we want there. And yours will be in your control. You'll have a login for Linktree. I pay $50 a year to use this. Let me show you Brian's real quick because his looks really cool too. His is Go Node 44. And he chose that graphic, which I love. It's a real masculine looking. It's the information, except for the username in the background, is identical to mine. Of course, it has his credentials at the bottom, his link at the bottom. But this takes people, if they click that, takes them right to our Telegram group, and we have it branded there, you know, with that little logo that I love so much. But, you know, that's it. Anybody on our team, from Brian and myself underneath, Sam's team, Skip's team, whoever, can do this. They can copy and paste all the information that I have. Usually I have my stuff copywritten, but this is a link tree. Even though I wrote the copy, it's not a whole lot of copy. Anyone is welcome to use mine as a template, make their own link tree. If they need some guidance, you know, holler in the room, and I will try to do a couple people at a time and just shortcut the learning curve to help people sign up. So I'm kind of on call for that, because it's really helping Brian take this to the top. And that's all I know so far. But the graphics, I did show those.
Yeah.
So and we might do a rank for the droid, and then we have what's the next rank? The
Block.
Blockbot,
Yeah.
and then Blockbot Node, which you'll be at before too long, probably by the end of the month or sometime in April for Brian if he's not there already. So it's just really 3 ranks. We might do a graphic or we might not. You know, we're all driving this. You have to drive your own. You can do it passively, but actively, it's just so much more money to be made. But
Right.
that's it. Any questions for me? I'm always here too.
So I see somebody asking, how do you calculate earnings? Billy kind of went over that early. It's kind of hard to calculate it because you're just earning a bunch of tokens like rewards, and then some are getting listed. So, I mean, like this isn't a daily ROI or what you make monthly or how fast can I make my investment back talk. This isn't like that, but you can see what he did off 11 nodes and kind of forgot about it, didn't share, and then made $10 million. Like it's incredible. So one thing I do want to share is they got an amazing YouTube channel, right? You can watch so much on here. You can get lost in here for literally days watching on YouTube. Also, they have a phenomenal, if you're that type of person, they got let's see if I can go here and just pull this up right here in Discord. Do you see the Discord, Sally? Do you see Discord?
Yeah.
So Discord, they got a Discord. If you're a Discord person, there's like an event happening for Grow. And everything they got Win, Switch, Galvin, all of them on here. Tons of updates, tons of chats. They're on here all the time, helping answer any questions. So, this is a real deal. This is pretty phenomenal what they've put together. I'm so glad I found this. I've personally been on Zoom since the last 8 days, and it's like I'm seeing guys that were top networkers 30 years ago, that now don't even need to do it. And they're like, I'm so fired up. I'm ready to do this, I mean, and basically presenting. So timing is here. And from what I see, the halvings on these happen once a year, not like Bitcoin every 4 years. So the quicker you get your nodes, the more tokens that you'll build up for when they get listed. And Billy's like, don't just go and sell them all when it's listed on one exchange. These are going to get listed on multiple different exchanges. That's when you do it. He's like he watched Gala just go up and up and up. So pretty exciting. Yeah, I mean, this is great. What happens when you want to sell your nodes? I don't know why you would ever want to sell your node because you have it for the rest of your life. I mean, I guess you can sell it to somebody. And but yeah, that's
Maybe they meant withdraw from the nodes.
maybe, yeah, I mean, you can withdraw. I got the little baby right now. We got
Maybe. Hi,
there's
Luca.
that baby. We got 3.5-week-old baby right here. His name is Baron Luca. So, thanks for being on. I don't see much more. So are you still down the other? Yeah, I don't know what, but yeah, what VPN service? What VPN service?
We didn't really use a VPN to sign up.
No, you don't use a VPN service to do it. You use a hosting called Block Fabric that they walk you through to host your nodes, which is great. And but yeah, I mean, it's very simple. There's great in our Telegram. Look at the pin posts. I have put links that literally walk you through on how to set up your nodes. Oh wow. Well, he just dirtied that diaper.
Did his business. Yeah, that's our cue to wrap up. I'm gonna
Yeah.
answer that last question real quick for JB. Is like, do you use your own computer? People that have those fancy schmancy computers that can do their own hosting, great, they can do that. But it's better to use a company. And like Brian just said, the host fabric is the hosting or block. Is it Block Fabric or
Block.
host?
Yeah.
Block Fabric is the hosting company, and it's all part of the sign up process. So you just go get your hosting. I think you pay $4.95 a month, and it's so worth it because you don't ever have to worry about your computer going down or things like that. So that's what we recommend. We certainly aren't going to host our own nodes.
No, I mean you could, but it's cheaper to really do it through Block Fabric, and you don't then you have your computer to actually work for you. So thanks for being on, dropping our Telegram. We're gonna update the next Zooms. There is another one in an hour and a half. Be on that one. It's in our Telegram group as well. We'll repost it. But yeah, thanks for being on and thanks for everything, Sally. Really excited about this. And yeah, we'll
Thanks,
go.
everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Go change a diaper.
I know it's bad. It stinks.
Bye.